Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday and where the hell we are today?
Well, we did read Ezekiel Chapter 13 yesterday. Mm-hmm. And in that chapter, God was mad at the prophets for spreading false prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially.
And then the female ones got their own special mention.
Yeah, but I don't know of any female prophets. We've met a judge in Deborah. We've met Miriam, who is just kind of an important woman. But we haven't met any actual female prophets. The Witch of Endor. Witch of Endor was a
witch.
A witch, yeah.
Well, see, I don't know if there's a difference between witches and prophetesses and sorceresses and all of that.
I don't either. But they have not said that they are prophets, and definitely they have said that Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel are prophets. And Moses, I think, or whatever.
Who the fuck ever.
There's been prophets, but none of them were women.
Right.
Yet.
Because women don't
I think
count.
there might be one that's coming up, but I'm not sure.
Women
Possibly.
are just incubators. I hate to tell you this.
In the Bible, that's true, yeah. So they were, I think they also got onto them about throwing bones, and they were not happy, or God was not happy about that at all. So he was yelling at the prophets for utilizing divination and stuff, which, I guess that's not a good thing to do.
Even though it was okay early on when Moses was doing it.
Right. Well, Moses and I think up to at least Joshua, because there was definitely divination happening when they were in Jericho and stuff like that. So
it was before the history started. Once the histories, the Chronicles and the Kings.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they were just still in the early stages.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, that was Ezekiel Chapter 13.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Ezekiel Chapter 14.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, we are hopping into Ezekiel Chapter 14, giving the big Easy some love, because he's just my favorite prophet.
Ezekiel Chapter 14.
Some of the elders of Israel came to me and sat down in front of me. You know the way they do.
They already did that. That was 2 chapters ago.
Well, actually, it was the beginning, too. They're always coming over.
Oh, so they just hang out at Ezekiel's house all the time.
They're always heard from God yet? Heard from God?
They're hey, it's prophet night. Everybody coming?
Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It's like poker night, but prophets.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Then the word of the Lord came to me, son of man.
Yeah, mere human.
You worm. These men have set up idols in their hearts and put wicked stumbling blocks before their faces.
Wait, now you don't even have to worship actual idols. They just have to be in your heart.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So now you can just be blamed for worshiping idols even if you don't have one.
You're
that's some bullshit. That's changing the rules, man.
I know. All I did was literally open my door and walk out into the front yard, and I got in trouble, and I still don't know what I did.
Right?
Because, somebody accused me and didn't like me.
Yeah.
Should I let them inquire of me at all? Yes, if you are God, right? Is that a legit question?
Right.
Therefore, speak to them and tell them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because, he's got to say, tell them that I said what I said, I'm telling them.
And now I'm saying it, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what the sovereign Lord says. When any of the Israelites set up idols in their hearts and put a wicked stumbling block before their faces, and then go to a prophet, I, the Lord, will answer them myself in keeping with their great idolatry.
So you can have a stumbling block as long as it's not a wicked one?
Well, here's my thing. If you could tell them yourself this whole fucking time, yes, please, that would be great.
Why haven't you been doing that?
I will do this to capture the hearts of the people of Israel who have deserted me for their idols. Why do you think they deserted you?
Because he hasn't fucking answered any of them ever. In fact, what he's done is kill the fuck out of them over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, he kills them all the fucking time.
Exactly.
That's the whole Old Testament.
Exactly. Actually, I just saw a movie trailer, and it's for a documentary, and it's the story that basically inspired the story that was the movie Zone of Interest, which was one of last year's Oscar nominees.
Okay.
And it's about this family who lived like right next door to Auschwitz, but they were just like this normal, like upper class family. And it was just this odd juxtaposition of like right next door, like on the other side of the wall, people, Jews, were literally being executed, gassed to death and stuff. And so that's what the movie's about. And then the documentary is showing the actual people in the story. And the commandant's son is coming to meet some of the Jewish people who were part of the story.
Okay.
Impacted by what was happening.
Yeah.
And one of the ladies, the Jewish lady, says, we're God's chosen people. He keeps choosing us. I wish he would choose somebody else.
Right? Yeah.
I know that was a long-winded story to get there, but I just, I heard that quote stuck with me. I really wish he would choose somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, like, if I was Jewish and, in these times for sure, and definitely I can see how that relates to the Holocaust and everything too. Mm-hmm. But, like, I would definitely be like, yeah, God, just back the fuck off, man.
Stop choosing me.
We don't need this much interaction with you,
didn't ask for all this.
Yeah, this sucks.
Therefore, continues God, say to the people of Israel, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Repent! Turn from your idols and renounce all your detestable practices. When any of the Israelites or any foreigner residing in Israel separate themselves from me and set up idols in their hearts and put a wicked stumbling block before their faces, and then go to a prophet to inquire of me, I, the Lord, will answer them myself.
Okay, you said that, and right? That's great. Like, you should have been doing that all the fuck along.
Right?
Why haven't you been? Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want? Psst. If you can apparently talk to them any fucking time you want.
Psst, go tell them. Psst, psst, tell them what I said. Hey, tell so-and-so that I said this.
Right.
I will set my face against them and make them an example and a byword. I will remove them from my people. Then you will know
that my name is the fucking Lord.
That I am the Lord. That's right.
Yeah.
And if the prophet is enticed to utter a prophecy, I, the Lord, have enticed that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand against him and destroy him from among my people Israel.
Hold on, what?
He's coming after the bad prophets.
Okay, but he just said he was going to entice the prophet to do that?
I guess.
I don't quite understand. Is that what he said? He's going to entice... reread that, because I'm a little confused as to why he's going to kill this prophet here.
And if the prophet, the one that's giving false prophets in my name, is enticed to utter a prophecy, so a false prophecy.
Okay.
I, the Lord, have enticed that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand against him and destroy him from among my people Israel.
But he just said right there that he was the one that enticed them.
I honestly don't understand the use of that word in that sentence.
I mean, you could read it to say that he prompted them to offer that false prophecy.
Oh, to the person. Oh,
to that person, and then
because they had false idols. So he's okay. I get what he's saying.
Okay,
like last week he was talking about false prophets, right? Yeah. Or not last week, yesterday.
Yeah.
He was talking to the false prophets and saying, "I'm going to get you." Today he's talking to people who practice idolatry with idols and stuff. Idolatry with idols.
Idols in the heart now. Wicked idols and whatever.
Right.
Who with wicked roadblocks. That's what it is. Yeah.
And now they're going, whether to good prophets or not, God's going to use the prophets to lead them astray because they were being idolatrous. So Yesterday it was fuck those false idols, and today it's fuck my people who also pray to other gods or whatever.
So he's okay, but the fact remains the same, that he is going to take his opportunity to fix a situation and instead make it worse and then kill them because of that.
Yes, that is correct.
That is some fucked up bullshit.
That is a mind fuck.
Right?
That is what that is.
Yeah.
They will bear their guilt. The prophet will be as guilty as the one who consults him.
Okay.
Then the people of Israel will no longer stray from me, nor will... Yeah, because they'll be dead.
What? No, wait. Why will they no longer stray from you? I don't understand. Yeah, okay. He could kill all the ones that stray from him, I guess, right? That's one possibility. It doesn't seem like what's going to happen, but like, what exactly about him making somebody lie to somebody else who doesn't believe in God exactly in that moment or whatever is going on? How does that make other people believe?
It's part of that fear the Lord mentality.
I guess, but like we've talked about this before, it doesn't feel like these people fear this Lord specifically more than other lords.
Right.
Right? Like they worship other gods.
Right.
And so why would they be that scared of this God versus other gods?
Well, this one's specifically saying to them, I am going to get you.
He's not, though. He's saying it to Ezekiel, and then he's telling the prophet that they go to seek help from wrong information to give to them so that he can kill both of them, maybe? I don't know.
So they're not going to get the message anyway, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it just seems like he's fucking with them.
Well, he is.
Yeah, why would a god fuck with people before he kills them? Why don't you just kill them?
He seems to get off on it. He
I
seems
agree.
to get off
I
on
agree.
murder, mind fuckery, leading people astray, tricking them, testing them.
Right, I agree.
He's just not nice.
Absolutely not nice at all.
So then the people of Israel will no longer stray from me, nor will they defile themselves any more with all their sins. They will be my people, and I will be their God, declares the sovereign Lord.
Okay.
He's like, if I just beat them hard enough, they will love me. If I just kill them, then the rest of them will love me.
But also free will.
Yeah.
Right? That's
totally.
supposed to be a thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Free will, except only choose me or you're dead.
Right.
Like, that's not how that works, bro.
No.
The word of the Lord came to me, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Son of man.
Yeah, mere human.
You worm. If a country sins against me by being unfaithful, and I stretch out my hand against it to cut off its food supply and send famine upon it and kill its people and their animals.
Jesus Christ.
You know, as you do. Even if these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they could save only themselves by their righteousness, declares the sovereign Lord.
So, okay.
So even if these three guys, one of whom we haven't even got to yet because he's a prophet, I think he's in the next book that we're going to read. So even if these three guys were in this city, I would still fuck that city up. I'd let them three go.
But why them? What? I don't. There is no point. There's no. There are children in that city. There are newborns in that city.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who don't necessarily probably spend a lot of time worrying about gods, but live a decent life.
Yeah.
Those people are all in that city, and he kills them all.
Yeah.
Because he's a petty shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, yeah, that's what I'm doing, except for those three guys, because those are my guys. You know, I'll let my guys go.
I think
they're
you understand the situation, husband. I think you get it.
It makes me angry how little regard God has for human life.
Yeah.
Like, he does not give a fuck.
Right.
At all.
Right.
And it bothers me because I feel like a lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
Yeah.
And it is dangerous thinking. It is dangerous ideas that you associate with this God that you believe in. Mm-hmm. And it allows you to just have absolute disdain and very little worth attached to humans.
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
Right.
So,
and that's why I don't like this. Like, I feel like this is a big reason why we wanted to read the Bible, right? I know the most popular section is when we get to the New Testament. That's going to be where everybody's going to be bitching at us for getting it wrong, and we're going to be torn apart for having everything. We didn't read it correctly. We didn't understand it correctly. Our hearts weren't open, whatever. And
we came in with an agenda.
Yeah, we came in with an agenda. I can't wait for that one. But I feel like the part that is actually influencing a lot of the politics in our country today, right now, is from the Old Testament that's trickling back into Christianity more and more every year. Yes. Because they love the fire and brimstone. They love the hate that goes against different people that aren't part of their group, right?
Right.
And that's what's in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Now, most Christians will tell you that God is forgiveness. God is this good thing, right, over here.
Yeah. Jesus is love. Jesus wants us to forgive each other and try to grow as a person, whatever.
But generally, depending on what group you're talking about, that only goes so far as the group that you have in your church right then.
Yeah.
Because they don't take that idea any further out than that. After that, it's fire and brimstone and fuck y'all.
It's like they have a wall around their church building, and they're like, of course Jesus is love, but I did bring my gun to shoot all the people who try to come into this building who are not part of my tribe.
Right, right.
Like, okay, you're gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like your God. Your God is gross. You're gross. Stop.
Yeah.
Just fucking stop.
Exactly. Okay, so God is continuing.
Yeah.
Or if I send wild beasts through that country and they leave it... I choked because it says leave it childless. If I send wild beasts through that country and they leave it childless.
So like the beasts are going to eat the children. Is that what we're getting at here?
And it becomes so desolate that no one can pass through it because of the beasts. As surely as I live, declares the sovereign Lord, even if these 3 men were in it, they could not save their own sons or daughters. Fuck those kids.
Wow. So now not only are we are specifically targeting people that have children who have no choice but to do the things that they are actually punished if they go against their parents according to the Bible. And now they're being punished for doing that.
Doing whatever their parents tell them to do.
They're just fucking children. God is just fill in the blank with whatever horrible thing you can think of and go further than dick. Okay? Because God is that. Whatever that next level is, whatever the next level above a fucking dick is. Well, actually, maybe like 3 or 4 levels above that.
3 or 4
He's
dicks?
a fucking asshole. He's a dick. He's a fuckhead. He's fuck God.
So mad.
Yeah, no, he's killing kids with wild animals. Like, how fucking disturbing is that imagery? It's awful.
Right.
And people read this shit. This and they're like, yeah, God. Go team God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's killing fucking kids.
Right.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, I can't argue that at all. I mean, our tagline kind of between me and you is God's a dick.
Right,
and, you know, that isn't strong enough anymore.
No, not for this. No, fuck that.
They alone, those 3 dudes, would be saved, but the land would be desolate. Okay, so he's presenting examples of, even then I would still not step in. I would still fuck that shit up.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Or if I bring a sword against that country and say, let the sword pass throughout the land and I kill its people and their animals. So even kittens and whatever.
Are we just like having dreams about how many different ways we can murder people?
And animals now.
Because this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy.
It's grotesque.
Yeah.
As surely as I live, declares the sovereign Lord, even if these 3 men were in it, they could not save their own sons or daughters.
I don't give a fuck about these 3 men. They can fuck off. You're killing people, and saying that you'll save these 3 fucks doesn't mean 2... whatever. Fuck this shit.
Oh my God.
God is a dick. This is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit.
You haven't been this worked up in a while.
No, he's killing... They're fantasizing... This is a human being fantasizing about killing people in a multitude of different ways. And this is a Bible that they tell kids, this is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder in this book. Holy shit. Fuck that.
Yeah. And this isn't even murdering enemies. This is murdering his own people.
Right. Yeah.
Like, imagine the fever dreams they're having about people who aren't his.
Right. I'm sorry. I know I'm going off here. I think I finally hit a breaking point because, like, it's been murder.
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole way through. It's murder all the way down, you know?
Yeah.
But in this chapter specifically, it's literally just been like a list of different ways to murder people. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, enough is enough, guys. Like, I can only let slide so much murder fantasy here. And this has gone way too far.
Okay. Husband has broke.
That's all. I broke. I'm sorry.
I mean, you made it over halfway through the Old Testament before you broke. So, you know, good on you.
Yeah, right.
Good on you. Uh-huh. So anyway, they alone would be saved.
Okay. Yeah.
Or, here we go. We got more.
Wait,
Ready?
We got another one. Yeah. Okay.
If I send a plague into that land and pour out my wrath on it through bloodshed, killing its people and their animals, as surely as I live, declares the sovereign Lord, even if Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, they could save neither son nor daughter. They would only save themselves by their righteousness.
Who are those guys again? Noah, Daniel, and who?
Job.
Okay, fuck Noah, Daniel, and Job.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't. Fuck them.
Yeah. Why do they get a pass?
God's giving those three guys a pass, and he's killing everybody else. So I don't care who you are. I don't care what you did. Mm-hmm. Fuck you. You're
killing kids and kittens. Fuck off.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. I'm a little. This chapter is really pissing me off.
I noticed. For this is what the sovereign Lord says. How much worse will it be when I send against Jerusalem my 4 dreadful judgments, sword and famine and wild beasts and plague, to kill its men and their animals? Yet there will be some survivors, sons and daughters, who will be brought out of it. So not all the kids, just most of them.
I'm gonna save some of them.
Just most of them.
But I thought he couldn't save anybody. He just got done saying he couldn't save anybody like 4 times.
Yeah.
Through 4 fantasies of killing people. Mm-hmm. So.
I mean, we still got the Canaanites alive, and he was supposed to have wiped them out in full like 100 times over.
Yeah.
They will come to you, and when you see their conduct and their actions, you will be consoled regarding the disaster I have brought on Jerusalem. Every disaster I have brought on it.
I
consoled.
Okay, let's just take a let's just take a horrible example from U.S. history. Okay, 9/11, right?
Yeah.
9/11 happens. Let's say you were one of the people that made it out of the building that day, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say God's like, or no, not God. Let's say that Osama bin Laden was like, I let you go. So now you should be consoled.
Right?
That's not how that fucking works.
Let's go a step further and take that today, the Palestinians or the Ukrainians who are being annihilated by enemies. The ones who survive are not consoled.
Yeah. I bet the Japanese people who had family in Hiroshima and Nagasaki were not consoled when they fucking survived.
Right.
That was fucking horrible. It was horrible.
I'm betting
horrible things are horrible.
I'm betting that they had grief. I'm betting that they had survivor's guilt. I'm betting that they had CPTSD. I'm betting that they are all kinds of not okay. And I'm betting that consoled does not fall anywhere on that list of all of the mental anguish that they are enduring.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You will be consoled when you see their conduct and their actions, for you will know that I have done nothing in it without cause.
Because their conduct and actions make up for the fact that you committed mass murder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm pausing a lot because I'm trying to process all this, and I'm not happy about it. Just go forward.
Declares the sovereign Lord.
Yeah,
the end.
Okay. I'm glad that was the end. I don't know if I could have taken much more of that chapter.
I mean, isn't genocide fun? We love a good genocide, don't we?
No, it is not.
No.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I don't know what to say about that chapter other than that was one of the most horrible chapters in Ezekiel thus far, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like it's one thing to talk about murdering people, I guess, in the Bible, because that's a regular phenomenon, right?
And we know it's a thing and we hate it. And we call it out regularly.
But it was literally a list of
ways to kill people.
Yeah. It was just like, I might do I don't know. What am I in the mood for today? Plague or swords or starvation? Like, what am I going to do? I don't know.
I might choke them with peanut butter. You don't know.
There's so many ways to murder people. I just can't choose today. I don't know.
Right? I mean,
which one am I going to do?
I could throw some of them in the lake and drown them. You know.
Sure.
I could put a fire over the whole thing. I could make a meteor hit. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's not fun, guy.
No, it's not. That's not okay.
Yeah.
And there was no, you've listed off no justifications. God has listed off in Ezekiel, whoever the fuck's writing this, whoever's talking, I don't care, doesn't matter. There has been no justification for this listed off that I accept. Yeah. Period.
And I mean, I know the argument is that, well, you're just a man. You don't understand, a mere human, right? And it's like, I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible, apparently. So, yeah, it matters.
Right.
Like, I would never, ever kill children. I just wouldn't.
No, it's horrible. Anyway, I'm sorry. I think we need to, like, get out of this, right?
Let's get out of this.
So let's get out of this. Just a quick reminder. I don't even feel right doing this. We have a Patreon drive going on. It's on our website, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. We can use your help. Go there. Awesome. We'll see you next week. Or not next week.
Tomorrow.
What is today?
Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday. So we just got done with Ezekiel Chapter 14.
Which sucked.
Which fucking sucked.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow with
Ezekiel Chapter 15.
All right. We'll see you then, guys.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.